Hello and welcome to Disney and Beyond, your one-stop shop for things Disney and pop culture. Obviously, as you know, I've been a bit ill lately, so I haven't been able to do as many videos as I would like. I've basically just been sitting around watching the Harry Potter films. But I'm going to try and get out some videos this week. It may not be the usual videos that come out, but I'm going to try and get a few out. Um, I had planned on doing a video of the Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast in Disneyland Paris, with some commentary to help anyone going where to find the best things to shoot at and how to get the highest score. So that's what I'm going to do today. We're going to go through the ride. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm going to point out the best things to shoot out, and hopefully that will help some of you out if you're planning on visiting Disneyland Paris at some point. So let's take a look. Okay, so like I said, this is Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast in Disneyland Paris. It's found in Discovery Land, and it's the first thing you'll see when you get to that land. I love this ride. It's one of my favourites. Perfect for the wheelchair. They bring a special car along. The attendant comes along, brings around down. You wheel your wheelchair up, and it slots in nicely. They put some blocks there so that the chair can't slide. You put your brakes on, and it fits perfectly if you've got a normal sized wheelchair. The gun is detachable, so if you're capable of holding the gun, you can do. I'm sadly not, so I kind of just go around and enjoy it and have my trusted assistant do all the shooting. But yeah, we start off in the ride. It's a dark ride, so it's very slow, very gentle. The cars themselves turn as you're going along, so you can shoot in 360 degrees. As I say, it's one of my favourite rides. I absolutely love it. It does stop and start quite a bit, usually because they stop it or slow it down for uh, disabled passengers to get on, or passengers that need a little bit more time because generally it's a moving platform. As you can see in the video right now, we did actually stop at this point for another disabled guest. Usually doesn't stop for long, a few seconds. I think the most we've ever stopped is like a minute or two. But that can be quite helpful. You'll see why it can be quite helpful in the video. Um, we actually stopped at a point where you can shoot a lot of stuff, so we were quite lucky at one point. But yeah, the targets you're looking for are triangles. Triangles are worth the highest, then diamonds, then squares, then circles. As you can see, the robot right ahead of us, this big orange robot, has a triangle on the inside of his right hand and one on the outside of his left hand. You want to try and hit both of those triangles. It's also got a square on his mouth, and then once you've done that, you can turn to this side. This side has a few squares, a few triangles. It's got more targets than the other side, but the other side does have the higher point targets. We always go for the other side first and then come backwards on that one. Yeah, the triangles first. And then as you can see, we kind of chop and change wherever we can see the highest point values. There's a couple of diamonds there on the inside of that buzz saw. Again, you want to try and get those. They do move quite fast. Um, Sometimes the lasers don't always register. Um, Sometimes have to hit them quite a few times, and sometimes you have to be pretty accurate with the shooting to actually get them to register. They also don't always flash when they've registered, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on the score to see if you are actually hitting the target. There's a few points there behind us, not worth a lot, but worth getting anyways. It's an easy one. Again, squares there. As you can see, it's in a very dark ride. It's all sort of black lights and neon paint and stuff. And yeah, I think the theory of this ride is really good. Surprisingly, you can hit Zerg and you do get points for Zerg, but surprisingly, Zerg doesn't have a triangle. We don't actually see another triangle for quite some time. Um, this bit, if you suffer from seizures or anything like that, epilepsy, I wouldn't advise going on this ride. There are a lot of flashing images, a lot of flashing lights if you're, photosensitive epilepsy or something like that. I would advise probably avoiding this one, sadly. There is another triangle here. You don't see it on our first pass, But if you look to the left on that snake thing coming around now, on this green guy here, he has a diamond for the left eye, but on the inside is another triangle. That's the next triangle on the right to aim for. We actually slowed down at this point. I don't know why we slowed down, probably again for the same, I guess, but it allowed us to hit more targets. All the targets were on the left-hand side. There are a few on the right-hand side, but the highest point values are on the left at this point. So that's where we usually tend to point the car, or the space buggy as it is known. As you can see, squares, triangles, and diamonds all on that side. The next triangle isn't for some time. We have the next triangle is in the next section. You go through this little kind of warp space part. Makes it look like you're going really fast. You're not really. You can shoot that and you do get points if you shoot the same good things. This is where you fight Emperor's Zurg. Now there is a triangle up behind your right arm. You will possibly see it. The quality of the video may not be good enough to see it, but behind the left arm of Zurg, Emperor Zurg, there is a triangle. We actually missed a triangle in this video. I'll tell you when we get to it. On the left-hand side, everyone points towards Emperor Zurg, but behind us where we are now, there is a square target that pops up an alien holding a green target. So in this room, there are two triangles. As I say, one behind Emperor Zurg on the left hand, and then right towards the end of that room, there is another one that pops up. You have to hit the square first before you can hit the triangle. This is just one last place to get a few bonus points. The Emperor Zurg box has a circle that you can aim at, and you get a few bonus points at the end. But essentially, that is the ride. As I say, you want to aim for triangles first, then diamonds, then squares, then circles. There's the leaderboards. That's the kind of levels we usually get around the green. We've never sadly got the highest amount of points. But yeah, we usually go for the green sort of level. As I say, they're quite hard to spot, the triangles, but if you know where they are and you know what you're doing, then it's quite simple, and you will get a pretty high score. It's even better if you can get a high score if the ride stops or slows down in an area where there is a triangle. When we went in May, we actually stopped for a couple of minutes right outside the triangle, so just spam that trigger and you'll be fine. Okay, so that was a short video for today. Hopefully it's been informative, and it's not cheating, it's educational. But yeah, anyone that's planning on going to Disneyland Paris, I do highly recommend that ride, especially if you've got children. Children will love that ride. It's bright, it's colourful, it's lasers. And who doesn't love a laser? Again, it's been a short video because at the moment I can only do a few minutes at a time without coughing. But hopefully I'll get rid of this gunk off my chest soon and we can get back to the usual videos. But if you have liked the video, hit that thumbs up button, as it really does help out and does help the channel grow. Also, leave your comments below. Maybe I've missed some points. I'm pretty sure that's all the triangles, but I could be wrong. There could be more out there. So if I am, let me know in the comments below. If you don't want to miss any more Disney and Beyond content, hit that subscribe button and you will get notifications. So, that's it for today. Hope it's been enjoyable. I've enjoyed doing it. But until next time, to infinity and beyond.